playing under the lights and some heavy rain here tonight. And it's time to close an exciting week of football here on Monday night. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Beginning on the ground here with Dobbins. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Nix from the gun. Fits it through the middle. Touchdown, Denver! The Broncos take a 6-0 lead right away. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such
pressure off left, and it's blocked! And they'll snuff out that return before it gets too far, so just a block extra points on the play.
Well, that's going to take away a touch of that early momentum they built with the opening drive touchdown. And just as importantly here, blocking that extra point should give the offense a little boost as they come out for their first possession, looking to match touchdown for touchdown.
And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Hey, Lion!
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Flushed out of the pocket. Connects on the crosser. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
30 left.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again. First down throw, Lawrence. He puts some air under a deep throw to the left. That one's caught at the 10-yard line. And they're going to take this in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish off their opening drive. Brian Thomas Jr., the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Jaguars literally won up that opening touchdown drive, as they take a 7-6 lead here. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Jaguars get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Going down the middle, as you can see, you're giving them a real chance at making that pick. Might be a case of trying to force one where he shouldn't have. And you're sure hoping as a quarterback you learn your lesson on that one.
Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Red 23.
He's got it on the bootleg. Headed out right. He's going to keep it this time. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Well, the QB made something happen and got some yardage when the play didn't develop right. And even got himself out of bounds to avoid a hit. The only negative at all is he couldn't quite get the first down.
11, Agate.
From the 19. He's got a man left. Escapes a defender. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. Offense in the hurry up here. Etienne. And that's going to be a touchdown. It's on the board for now, but will it stand? We got to see what this flag is all about.
Red.
Wrong time to get caught for holding. Backed him up as they'll retry this 1st and goal. Running it after the penalty. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
2nd and goal from the 9 here.
Hey, easy. Route, route. Route, route. Take right open. Open.
One more time with ETN. And he's going to advance them down to the 4-yard line.
Let's go.
Offense up to the line fast.
Hey, kill.
Lawrence on 3rd and goal. Forced out to his right. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time in secondary, they got real sticky, stayed tight and forced the throwaway.
3 plays haven't gotten it done. Now a 4th to try to reach that end zone.
Hey.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. And he will score. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Jaguars grow their lead to 8. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30.
Here we go. Set. Go.
First play, they go quick out to the left, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. He picks up 15 on the play. And that'll be good for a Denver first.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
He throws a bullet to the center. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets in. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos make it a 2-point game. Cortland Sutton, the touchdown. There sure was a lot of trust on that play, Brock, and he proved worthy of it with that end result.
Yeah, good old receiver. Someone who just knows how to get it into the end zone is worth his weight in gold to a QB. And on that throw, there was trust there that he had a shot to find pay dirt.
That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday. Now, good news here. This is one kick that can't be blocked as he sends this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And it's a nice return here. They'll tackle him shy of the 35. Here's first and 10 from the 34.
Hey, go. Here we go.
Here's ETN to begin the drive. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, Largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Hey, Jupiter.
Lawrence in the pistol. He just throws this one away.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Lawrence working from the gun. Stiff arm success. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. It was the rookie from LSU that time on the tackle.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Here we go on fourth. Lawrence. Throw is caught by the back. And he goes out a little short of the 40. How about 19 yards on fourth down? And the call to go for it pays off considerably.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Had that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
He gets this one to Strange.
It's what these quarterbacks are having to do more often now than ever before in football. Show off a little mobility, get outside the pocket, and find that open man.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
Rams, 23. Easy.
Sticking in the air with Lawrence. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it. They're out and set. 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 60 Maverick.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Brought in by Vele. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Quite the start to that drive, huh? The first play sets him up now at the 38. Straight ahead, here's Dobbins. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost, and he busts those tackles.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Second and 6 coming up here. From the 29. The throw finds Evan Ingram. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Broncos have to hurry here. Clock's still running. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out, as they'll meet and decide what to do on this second down. Trying again following the sack. That one doesn't find its man. Incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
I'll tell you this, Kate, they doubled him knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. That's doing your homework. A bit surprising QB still threw it in that direction. How well the defense had that one covered.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they're staring at 4th and long. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. This will be a 44-yard look. And that one goes off the left upright, but over the crossbar. Oh, it still goes through. That one is good. And they've taken back the lead. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Here's the 24.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. That's taken in by Etienne. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. Jags working fast here, trying to get back to the line. Caught by his back. And they make the tackle at the 38. A timeout taken by Jacksonville. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Completed to Davis. And he's out of bounds just short of the 30.
Timing on routes change when you leave the pocket. It really does become, well, the schoolyard. And you got to scramble around. What a great adjustment to still deliver a clean ball.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4.
Hey, easy. Route. Here we go.
From the 32. Firing one deep for the end zone. He's got it inside the 10. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Dumps it off to his running back. And he's out of bounds at the 3. Nearly got to the end zone there.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Hey, go.
Etienne. And he's in for the touchdown. The Jaguars take the lead just before halftime. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they tag him for roughing the kicker. And now this kickoff's going to come from the 50. Let's see if they loft in and try to stick him deep. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Power squib kick is taken in. He's stopped on the return at the 27. They've got blackjack on the clock. Not a ton of time to use before halftime. Nick's with it on 1st. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their 1st. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge. There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. It may be time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Darnell Savage with a pick. And the Jaguars will have a shot at least a field goal here. Maybe the end zone after that return.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game with now 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out, you throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead.
Cam Little now to try the Jags field goal. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. Ball on the right hash, the distance 43 yards. The kick by Shudak is good. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Has this at the 6. Tackle made as the return gets it out to the 32.
Oh, there's no question about it, Kate. That just infuses everybody. A little more bounce into your step now, both in and out of the huddle. And you want to pay off your special teams that set you up for success.
Hey, Ron! Great job!
Lawrence now off the play action. Bails out of the pocket quick. Now he's throwing deep down. That's a big gain downfield. And they get there to touch him down, Brock, but a big gain on that play.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Finding Thomas near the sideline. And he's out of bounds, a little short of the 10. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a Jaguar first down.
Hey, Lion!
From the red zone now. Rolling out to his left. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing he woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep him moving forward.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Rim, 23.
Out of the gun, Lawrence. He brings it in. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler. Gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, Kate, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
It's a gain of 1 big yard, Brock, because that sets him up with 1st and goal.
It's about the simplest play in the playbook, and they execute it like it was drawn up. That push gets them the first down.
They'll try and punch it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline and his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. This has been a trend, yet another interception. And the Broncos are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. There are costly interceptions, Brock, and then there are interceptions inside the red zone in the second half of a one-score game.
And if there is ever a time where ball security is paramount, it is right now. They made a great play. Don't get me wrong. They deserve a ton of credit right there. But as a quarterback, you cannot risk a turnover. It's touchdown, it's check down, it's throw the ball away. You're literally throwing points away with that pick.
Let's go.
On second down, here's Dobbins. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 7 yards on the play. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on 3rd down.
Ready.
Nix from the gun. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, if the word safety was used, and it's not a lot in NFL locker rooms, but if it was at halftime, it was about safe throws, good decisions, consistent plays. It was not about a safety to begin this second half, and that's what we nearly saw.
He lost the football. And they steal it back on the return. Reaches the 40. Hits the 20. All the way. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos start the second half with some needed points. They have him back there because of the incredible things that he can do on punt returns, Brock, but this time he winds up giving the other side their incredible moment.
That's right. You've got to field that ball clean first, and then second, keep it secure the rest of the way. There's 10 dudes on that other side. Heck, maybe even 11 if you got a punter who likes to hit. And their sole mission is to separate you from the ball at full speed. And if they're lucky, well, they're lucky they can return it back to the house for 6.
He's throwing for it! And no connection on the 2-point try. It fails. Really seemed like they were trying to get as much momentum as possible out of that series of events, didn't it? Big play like a fumble return, Brock. They wanted to add another big moment with that 2-point try.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all, even if they did fail. Kind of like a big play we see all the time, right? The offense will get right back to the line. Don't let that defense breathe. I don't mind it, even if the execution wasn't there.
They've got first down from the 31.
Hey. All right, here we go. 11. Here we go.
Now Lawrence on the play fake. Oh, he put some heat on this deep. He's got it deep downfield. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 29 yards. And that'll be good for a Jacksonville first down.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
And with a nice gain, he runs him down inside of field goal range. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's Jaguars football with a slight lead. Just got to hang on to it for one final quarter. Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Hey, run!
Now toss it to Etienne. Launches, and he's got it. Touchdown! The Jaguars push this to an 8-point game. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Hey, smash Broncos!
Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty. And now we're going to wait to see how they respond. Running this with Dobbins. And he's able to push this ahead to around the 27. It's a gain of 5. That brings up 2nd down.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Shotgun snap to Nix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
This is a time where you get in that huddle and you just look at one another and say, hey, let's get back in rhythm. Get back in rhythm. Get something good to feel good about. Sure, you'd love to get the 1st down, but more than anything, just find a positive play after a huge sack.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Desperation time here on 4th. He's trying another one deep. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Well, I think every analytics book out there, Kate, said you got to go for it. You're in 4-down territory, down a couple scores here in the 4th. But now it's all about the defense. Can the defense come with a quick turnover or a stop to somehow, some way, spark a comeback?
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. The Jaguars could lock away the win as they make it a 15-point game. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you can strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating. And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
Lawrence working from the gun. And he will get into the end zone. They go for 2, and that gives them a 3-score advantage. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Complete to Mims. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. That's complete to Vele. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Now Nix on 3rd down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Looking for his wide receiver there. So they're going to have to evaluate things now on 4th and short.
Hold it ready. 3rd. Right, set, dragon 60. Set, go.
They'll throw again. Nix. And that one's going to be knocked away, and that's going to force a change in possession. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
13 loose. Whoop.
Lawrence in the pistol. He'll get this to Etienne. And he takes it inside the 35 before heading out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. And with 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And he's stopped. Now we'll wait to hear what this flag is all about. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Hey, easy, route. Easy. Read a 24. Read a 54.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Cut out left. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. Working quickly here.
11.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Jaguars close to picking up their 5th win.
Okay, ready?
Got to figure out this 3rd down here.
Hey. Here we go.
Throwing from the gun. Chased out to his right. Davis there to grab it.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that first down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Hey, go.
Here we go on 4th. Lawrence. That's cut beyond the marker. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, as they drive forward to one right now, looks like it should be a win, Brock. He sure is taking advantage of a nice little chance to boost his stat line. His 2nd touchdown of the game.
Yeah, you just kind of feel these two building some trust, right? Just more and more equity. Certainly paying dividends in this one, but more than likely for more games to come.
And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fields the hard squib kick. Crosses midfield, and he's still going. Field flipping return as he brought it down on the opposite side of the 50.
Well, at this point, they're going to take points any way they can get him, and that includes on special teams. He's had a ton of kicks sent his way, a bunch of returns today, and he nearly made him pay with that one.
Completed over the middle. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Throwing on 1st down, Nix escapes the pocket. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Clock working against him here as they hurry to that line. Dobbins on 1st and goal. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. We have a timeout called by the Broncos. That's their 1st. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal.
Pioneer. Buffalo 18.
Out of the gun, it's Nix. Into the end zone, but someone's able to knock it away. That's incomplete. Took his shot at 6 that time. And that brings up 3rd and goal.
Check. Here we go. Set. Mustang 19. Ready?
Throwing here, Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos putting up points in a game decided. The Broncos will go for 2 again.
Warrior 70.
The Broncos will line up for the...
Nix looking to throw. Buys time, roll. And he makes the catch, so hope not entirely extinguished just yet. Still a little glimmer remaining as that makes it a 2-score game here late. So even after the score, they're still down 2 possessions. Time not exactly on their side as they try this onside kick. And the Jaguars recover the onside kick. That should all but clinch this victory for them. Well, even with that kick, wasn't much chance of pulling off the late comeback. And now that they've failed to recover, partner, I think we can take the fork out and you know where to put it.
Yeah, they went out, swing it. They did everything that they could do, but it just shows you in the NFL, premium for possessions. And when you stall out early and you dig yourself this kind of hole, awfully hard to come back and win.
He's on the move. Play didn't break how they wanted it, and he throws this away.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Hey, run. 11 Agate. Here we go.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Escapes out to the left.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
So the Jaguars, the visitors in this one, but they take home the win. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field, but they didn't let that stop them today. They played their game, and as a result, they're leaving here with a victory.